What's up guys, Clutch37. We're going to show you arguably the coolest project I've ever done, my favorite project, and the one that has probably the most meaning out of any of these custom dyed heads I've ever done. So let's dive into it. So as many people know, 9/11 is such a huge issue in the world, or not necessarily an issue, but such a big story. Largest terror attack in the United States, and when it happened, it shocked the world completely. And I don't want to dive into it a whole lot because one, it's not my story to tell, two, I wasn't really involved or a part of it or didn't know. I don't know, I was a kid when it happened and I saw it on TV, but I couldn't comprehend how massive it was and how traumatizing and all the stuff happening to it. It does have an effect in the lacrosse community. There was someone from Boston College or Boston University who, the whole red bandana story, and I don't want to dive into that either because it's, once again, not my story to tell. But I was approached last week from someone through email who said, hey, I'm a 9/11 survivor, I play lacrosse, I would love a custom dyed head, can we work on something? And after a couple days of exchanging emails, we came out with a idea for it, a custom dye job, and even a stringing that I almost didn't want to do because it's such a huge part in the world. It's such a traumatic event. It's something that I can't speak for, something that I can't even touch on really because I wasn't there. It didn't affect me as much as it affected other people, but I was super honored that he would want me to do this and super humbled by it because it's, dyeing lacrosse head is one thing. I can put on a Supreme logo on a head and whatever, but being able to dye stuff that really kind of, I don't even know the words for it really. Being able to dye something that has a story behind it, a huge meaning, and something as large as 9/11 is just, to me, so incredible, and I feel so privileged by it, and really it's the coolest project, probably with the most meaning I've ever done. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys a dye job. Really cool, really excited for it. So here is what we came up with, is an ECD Lax Rebel Offense head. As you can see here, the bottom portion or bottom half has a red bandana pattern to it, which is something that means a lot to him, means a little bit to the lacrosse community as well, but also means a lot to 9/11 survivors because of the red bandana stuff that, like I said, is not my story to tell, so you can look it up if you want and read about it. But basically, bottom half has the red bandana theme to it. Right here has a little 9/11 logo. Where the ball stop would be, which I think is really cool, kind of ties it in with, a bottom portion of that head. Top portion fades into the USA flag, so you got some stars and some stripes going on both sides. Pretty simple, and the scoop, it's probably my favorite part. We did a white scoop with a 9/11 logo. Both the towers are here with the little skyline behind it, and it's got red and white stripes on one of the towers. The other one has red and white stripes with navy blue and white stars to really tie in the USA flag. It's a really cool logo, and it's just super humbling. Other things we threw in here were 4 different names of friends that he lost. I don't want to butcher the names, so hopefully I don't mess up too bad. Down here we put Judd. Up here is Cogs. The other side is Pepe. Like I said, I don't want to butcher that one. I probably did. And down here it says Coach, which is really cool. It's like I said, not every day that you can take your talents of dyeing and stringing a head and make a piece that is so huge, has such an impact, and something so cool like this. We tie it together with a piece of lax from 6 diamond mesh, which has been one of my favorite meshes, of course. You saw the review. And overall, I think that this project was the coolest thing I've ever done, and the coolest thing I've ever been honored to do. It's just so mind-blowing. 9/11 was such a huge terror attack in the United States. It affected so many people on so many different levels, so many loved ones lost. This person here, I don't want to say his name, lost 4 of his buddies in 9/11, and he survived it. And being able to take all these ideas and all this remembrance and everything and put it in a lacrosse head is so awesome and so special to me. It makes me feel very proud and very happy to live where I live and have the opportunities I do. And without being as cheesy and cliche as possible, you just never know what's going to happen, and something like this is just way too cool. So hope you guys enjoy. I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope he loves it. Really cool project. Let me know down below what you guys think about this. I'm going to try and keep it as modest and humbling as possible because it's just way too cool of a project, and I don't know. It's one of those projects. It's one of those die jobs that I do, and after I do it, I just keep looking at, because it's. I'll say it 100 times. It's just so cool to me that I was the one who was able to throw this together, make something so huge and so unique and so painful into a work of art. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Yeah, this is just too cool.